If you can take the pressure, this is the right industry for you.
Hello and welcome to the Top 30 podcast. This is Gastro Gurus, the show where we dive into the success stories of F&B professionals and learn about their journey and fiery passion for the industry. Today we are joined by Kartik Kumar, founder and director of the Northern Indian restaurant Jwala and the culinary cocktail bar Rākh. With 16 years of experience in management and in food and beverage, Kartik's culinary journey has started in India to Thailand and now Malaysia. In this episode, we talk about his inspirations and plans for the future. And of course, we dabble into marketing and its vital importance in today's F&B scene. He also gives valuable advice to any industry starters. This is Kartik Kumar on Gastro Gurus.
To start this off, I would love to hear a little bit about yourself, your background in the industry. Just give us a brief introduction.
Great. First of all, thank you so much for Top 30 Bars in Malaysia for taking a great initiative to recognize talents behind the bar and recognize the kind of work the sustainable bars are doing it, because that's something which you all are focused to change the whole way of looking at drinks and great cocktail programs around Malaysia and around Kuala Lumpur too. I, Kartik Kumar, and around 16 years of industry experience around the world. I started from a hotel called ITC Hotel, which is one of the leading prestigious hotel group in India. I was a management trainee with them. And after completing my management training, apparently my core forte was food and beverage program. And within food and beverage program, I was a beverage manager. So I was managing the whole beverage program of the entire hotel itself, which is like a 300 rooms key and 250 to 300 room key inventory. So yeah, I was looking after the bars and the restaurants and everything, but focused very much into the bar programs. And then got an opportunity to travel back to Thailand, open a modern Indian grill restaurant there back in Thailand called Charcoal. And then after, I was lucky enough to work with the most prestigious brand called Gagan, which was 4 times number 1 in Asia. And I was the operation manager there for some time, and then had an opportunity to come back and do something very different and cool with my own set of skill. And I belong to a South Indian family, a Tamil family, and when I visit Malaysia for the first time, it gave me an immense, incredible knowledge to see how the South Indian culture is evolving in Malaysia and Singapore. That inspired us to do a modern South Indian restaurant. So yes, of course, we had the owners were local. I mean, the owners were a combination of local and foreigners. So I met someone in Bangkok, and we spoke about this opportunity to do something very cool in Malaysia. Of course, the offer came from the owner, who is a foreigner based in Malaysia. Perhaps from Cinnamon Group. So we came with the team and we opened an amazing restaurant called Nadori. So we conceptualized it with the team and the combination of the owners' suggestions and ideas too. And that was absolutely a great experience, incredible experience, working with them for almost 6.5 years. And then, of course, as I say, I mean, when time comes when you want to do something else and on your own, and that's how this 2 beautiful brand we conceptualized. And I'm glad that I'm the founder and director of both the brand called Jwala and Rākh. So basically, Jwala is an upscale modern Indian grill restaurant which is inspired from a Northwest frontier cuisine. And then we have a cocktail bar called Rākh, which is perhaps one of the Asia's first culinary cocktail bar. So yeah, so these are the 2 brands right now. We are running it and happily running it, and a lot of recognition. We just won in the history of Michelin, this is the first time it's happening that we won the best opening. We won the best opening of the year from which is recognized by Michelin, and as well as we
Wow,
got the Michelin Select.
congratulations.
We won the Michelin Select. So yes, we anticipated for Michelin Select and striving for star for next year or so called. But
Mm,
something which is bestowed us and completely blown us with the special jury award, which is the best opening of the year. That is something which is incredible. I mean, that the whole credit goes to the team. Uh, we never anticipated for sure, but this is very very special for us. So that's
wow, that's
that's that's the
amazing.
recognition we got in Jwala for Jwala. With regards to Rākh, of course, we were considered as a one of the sustainable bar, which was an initiative taken by Bar Initiative from Panurica, Malaysia, and globally Panurica has been promoting sustainability as well. So yeah, we were part of the list. We were nominated as well this year, and striving to keep our beverage program and sustainability practices to live up the standards in KL and Malaysia and globally too.
Oh,
So that's
amazing.
my
I
little
love that
story. I
message.
mean, that's my little
Mm.
story as what I'm doing and what else. And then we have good few more projects in pipeline. So hopefully we will be going through with that as well too.
Wow, lovely, lovely. Thank you for a beautiful short story, but I feel like there's a lot in it. A lot has happened, a lot of accomplishments. But I'm
That's
interested
right.
to
That's
know
right.
more, yeah, about the inspiration though. Like you mentioned earlier about the Thailand restaurant being called charcoal. And
That's
I
right.
feel
Yeah.
like that's your theme because now we have rock, the ashes, and Jwala.
Yeah, I love to play
So
with fire. I mean, I like this
I love
four
to play.
combination of food. Like Jwala is nothing. It's called volcano in Sanskrit. Basically, Jwalamukhi is called volcano in Sanskrit. So
Mm,
what you need to cook your food is you need a flame, fire, passion, and it was connecting with all the passionate boys who were trying to do something different. And there was a huge vacuum which we got to see in the whole market of Malaysia. Of course, nowadays a South Indian restaurant, it's a modern South Indian, which we did it already. But when it comes to a good North Indian restaurant where you want to take people to dine and experience and an upscale dining experience with a very fun dining atmosphere, that's what lacking that was lacking in Kuala Lumpur. I personally felt it. So we wanted to create an upscale, not making it very sophisticated with white tablecloth, big chandelier and all. We want to keep it very Nordic and Nordic style of design part. So you can see when you walk into Jwala, it will never remind you that you're walking into an Indian restaurant. It's a very Nordic style, very Japanese style of setup, which we have put in into a lot of thought process to make this whole ambience looks like that you're walking into a very Nordic style of setup. So that's our designer. We must give it we must give a credit to our designer Port 25 for doing that amazing job and executing the way which we wanted to do it as well. Or you walk into any street, you find there are people using tandoor, and many of them tandoor they don't even know, I mean, how to use it, and they've been using a gas tandoor. First of all, there's nothing called existence of gas tandoor. Tandoor is a tandoor which is purely based on
mm,
charcoal. So when we did the tandoor, we literally wanted to bring the joy and essence and flavors of tandoor and showcasing to Malaysia. Literally, tandoor has been looked out so badly in Malaysia, especially tandoori. I mean, the way they say it, it's not that. I mean, like when you want to speak such an accent when it comes to Josper, you always take a pride to say it's a Josper grill tomahawk or it's a Josper grill lobster or it's a Josper grill A5 Wagyu or whatever, etc., etc. So you
mm,
built a brand and you want to say it very proudly. But why don't we do that with tandoor? We're trying to abuse it. I mean, that's precisely what happened in KL market in Malaysia. Tandoor has been abused very badly with so much of colors additions and all those things. Our grill food will never have a colors into it. So that's why when you walk into Jwala, you see three beautiful copper-cladded looking tandoor, which we exclusively airlifted all the way from Delhi, and we set it up to make sure that one is for vegetarian to control the temperature for the vegetables and the bread, because you need a precise temperature to cook bread and vegetables. Then one is for seafood and one is for which is your meat. So that's how we differentiate. Just wanted to add on another point. at the moment we are the first one to use 100% mangrove charcoal, which is sustainable, which we get it from Sabah. There's 100% mangrove charcoal, which we are getting it
Wow.
all the way from Sabah.
I'm really glad to hear that.
Yeah.
That's a job well done, really.
Yeah.
So for you personally, what is your ultimate goal in this industry? Like, what is something that you really want to see happen?
Well, personally, my vision is to bring back a lot of cuisine back to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. Malaysia is a very dynamic country, and such an amazing cross culture cuisine all the way. Probably I personally feel Malaysia is the first country in the whole world to start a fusion cuisine. You walk into an Indian Malay house and you find the flavors of Indian Malay food into Indian flavors. When you walk into a Malay house, you find Indian flavors that are there into Malay food. So, literally, like, that's what we say about, how dosa has become as a dosa, the vada has become like a vada. So all these things has come because of the cross culture and exposure of the cross culture cuisine, where, the people from different part of the world has moved on with the cuisine as well. Like example of a small dish like a putu mayam is basically cross culture. Putu mayam is nothing. It's a string of hoppers popularly famous in Kerala and mostly in Sri Lanka and Tamil Nadu, but absolutely got popular in Malaysia because every Malaysian has the childhood memories of eating putu mayam back into their school days. That the uncle selling that putu mayam. So what my personal vision is to bring something very unusual dining experiences, restaurant in Malaysia in Kuala Lumpur, to give more exposure to the cuisine. Like Thailand, when I lived in Thailand, I love Thai food. I love Bangkok's street food. So probably, there are restaurants. But they're more into tourist trap, especially in Bukit Bintang or Jalan Alo. But do we have a good Thai restaurant in KL right now? I don't think so. Yes, of course, Chef Darren Chin has opened Guy by Darren Chin. It's a very good restaurant, but we need a couple of more Thai restaurant coming in. Peruvian food is rocking the world. Peruvian food is rocking the world. We might have a Peruvian restaurant in Kuala Lumpur. These are my future goals. We want an Indian bistro. We don't have an Indian bistro. Indian coffee houses are very, very different than any other coffee houses. And like how we have a teh tarik house, Malaysia has a teh tarik house. A lot of teh tarik places are there where people go sit down, chit chat, have a teh tarik, have a kaya toast, and goes off. Same thing. We have it back in India. We have something called Indian Coffee House, which was built by the Britishers from long, long ago, and still they wear the same old traditional white cloths, white cap, and they still serving the same way, like how they used to serve Britishers. Still they are holding the salver, still they are holding a serviette, and amazing cup of coffee, amazing sandwiches, cutlets. Cutlets were very popular. The vegetable cutlets, they're very, very popular snacks in India. South Indian filter coffee is so different than any other coffee. These are the kind of set of adventurous, unusual stuff which we want to bring it to. I personally, I feel like bringing it to Kuala Lumpur. Same thing goes to the vegetarian. It's so difficult for a vegetarian to hunt out a place when it comes to South Indian cuisine, or especially when it comes to Malay. It's very hard to franchise a brand. You cannot franchise a brand. We are not American fast food outlets. We are curry houses. You cannot franchise a curries. It doesn't work out like that. There are few people they have done it, but literally, if you ask me personally, is it doable? No. Of course you can do. Of course you can do a McDonald's. You can do a burger house. You can do a burger lab. All this can be franchised around the world, but when it comes to our cuisine, there are so much of limitation to it. You cannot just say that, okay, you can do the same recipes back in Kuala Lumpur. The flavors of the water, the water changes, the rice changes. Even though no matter how much you can bring that same spices back to do that, still there will be something lacking.
Yeah, it's very exclusive to this area. And I love
Yes.
how you have so many plans to expand it within this place. Yeah, like keeping it traditional. I
Yeah.
really look forward to that happening in KL. Well, I would like to move on to the next question. I would like to maybe know your secret, or what would you think is the marketing secret in F&B in this day and age?
If you would have asked me this question some time back, my answers were very blunt. But now marketing has so many way of marketing. Are you talking
Mm,
about digital marketing? Are you talking about social media marketing? Are you talking about Insta value marketing? So there are many ways of marketing your brands,
true.
and where exactly you want to reach it. I know there are days gone of print media. So there is no print media. There are hardly an existence of print media in this world now. It's absolutely everybody is moving towards digital formation and digital media. So what is
Yes,
important
true.
for us is that how you want to portray your brand, how you want to position your brand, and what is your brand delivers. In that way, you need to calculate, and that is the only way you can have a direction to move into marketing. I mean, if you are a restaurant which has, you want to target a demographic of 40 plus or 50 plus, I'm sorry. I mean, they still love to read their print media. I mean, they still love to read their star newspaper. But if you ask them to
Mm.
do it through phone marketing or digital marketing or a WhatsApp marketing or reach out through a small video clips, they're not interested at all. But if your brand is
Mm.
young and if your target market and the target market and the market share is 25 to 30, so you need to read about that. And once you have the data that what exactly you want to reach and who you want to reach and who you want to capture, it gives you a lot of solution, and it gives you a lot of data to ensure that what kind of marketing you want to reach out. So my way of marketing is always to capture the data first, evaluate your
Understood.
brand, evaluate your brand positioning. So you know what
Mm.
where you want to position your brand. You know how to evaluate you know where's the data coming in from. Today's world, everything is all about data.
What would you say is a secret to like to stay ahead of the game, like to stay trendy and relevant in the same way?
I believe a lot of people are getting into algorithm of collecting data, and somebody says, "Oh, I don't believe in hashtags." Somebody says, "No, this is the way it works," or somebody says it works at 5 p.m. in the evening. I'm talking more on the social media confrontation, because I'm literally very much into the social media platforms, because if you want to reach out today's world, that's the best thing to do it. I mean, like, if you want to just make something viral, a few minute clips is more than enough. Like a teaser of 30 seconds video, 25-second video, it works out. So I think in terms when it comes to marketing, of course, the media reviews, what the media is talking about, the food bloggers, the influencers, all these things are very critical and very essential for us at the moment. But on the same time, the speed of these digital platforms are very, very highly appreciated by the market. So, anything which they see, it sells. What comes as a forte is the digital platforms. I mean, you need to get your website done right now. I mean, like, nobody thought to get their website immediately done before opening the restaurant. You need to get your Instagrams, Facebook first. People don't even buy a website. People don't even buy email IDs. They just go
True.
for Instagram and Facebook first to start promoting the restaurant. I said, when is the restaurant is opening? Down the line, 6 months.
Mm.
So that's important is digital marketing and digital platform at this stage, at this era, that I feel so.
I mean, even me as a consumer, it's always Instagram I
Yeah,
go to check out their menu, reviews, or events or
yeah.
anything really. What an advice would you give to like an up and coming, say, F&B enthusiast or someone who's considering to making it in this industry?
Well, I mean, my personal suggestion would be uh, very, very difficult industry. Absolutely
Mm.
very challenging, very limitless. You have a limitation to do anything and everything. You cannot just play around and take a chance. Uh, don't expect any overnight miracle. I'm sorry, I'm not being negative, but that's the reality of the industry. But very
Understood.
joyful on the same time. Absolutely, you get to meet so many people in your life. You'll cross paths with so many people that'll make your day every single day, and every single day is a different day for you. And that's how you look into this thing. And if you can take it, if you can take the pressure, this is the right industry for you, because every day would be a challenging day and every day would be fun for you to fight back and ensure that you're running the show. And this is an industry where, it's an absolutely people-based industry. If you don't know how to manage your manpower, if you don't know how to manage your people, I'm sorry, this is not the industry for you to move on. If you know the trade, if you know the skill, how to manage your people, because people makes this industry is all about people and experience.
And that wraps up another episode of Gastro Gurus. Today, we journeyed through the extraordinary world of our F&B heroes, discovering the passion and creativity that fuels the vibrant culinary landscape. We hope their stories have inspired you, tantalized your taste buds, and maybe even sparked a culinary adventure of your own. A big thank you to our amazing guest, Kartik Kumar, for sharing his insights and inspirations. And of course, to you, our listeners, for joining us at the table of exploration and discovery. Don't forget to follow or subscribe to Gastro Gurus wherever you listen to your podcasts, so you never miss out on our next culinary expedition. We'd love to hear from you as well. Share your thoughts and maybe tell us about your own food experiences and discoveries. See you on the next episode.